swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Every day is a struggle just to stay alive. It's dark and hell is hot and I don't wanna feel the fire. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die, but please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? What you know about sacrifice? Nothing is luck, cause these niggas perpetrating. Better God, the shit is disgusting. I put my time in while they ain't even applying. Through all the pain, hate, confusion, and the lying, I stay grinding with the heart of a lion. The storm through the storm till I find that silver lining. Without no pressure, there's no diamonds. I walk straight into the furnace of affliction for refining. Came a long way to stash the bills when I heard the sirens getting higher. Hold up, moment of silence. Just a moment, y'all. Cause that man is dead in deceased. Gain knowledge, found being street, the mark of the beast. Only fear God and not another man who bleeds. And if you're rolling with me, you already know my speed. I come through, give a deadly higher word up, priest. Then I quit the shop Christian with ease. Then I go put the sword back in the street. I got one life to live, so I'm playing for keeps. So I be dropping shit like the towers. All my haters sour, you ain't no cowards. Niggas swear they hard, but acting like they only flowers. You all bitch ass nigga, fuck your ass up. Hold up, let me regain my composure. I keep the calm to the beat of a composer. The end is near and I can feel it getting closer. Praying to the Lord that the angels be my chauffeur. Would you do this for Yahweh and your house shot? Go to war for our people like Mordecai. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Every day is a struggle just to stay alive. It's dark and hell is hot and I don't wanna feel the fire. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Come on. Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? And get out yourself, cause I've been through everything. Let's declare the facts, crack your setting, stays in track. Be aggressive, be impressive. I ain't prepared to crack my current stage of living depression. My hair, I'm tearing that. I fight alone in my home, but I ain't sharing that. Most of these people ain't prepared for that. I met these UBK brothers and I was hearing that. They said, you know, they Christ trouble too. And I'm like, where is that? Digging the scriptures and they show what he was hearing that. Voice when he's up top the mountain, I'm unaware of that. Return their rocks and they bread, I'm highly aware of that. But then he tried to get Christ to jump. Shit, I be scared of that. Shit, I'm stressing through with the testament with comparing that. So my gator skirt, it's what blessings do. Cause that's what pressures do. And they bring their blessings through the triple drink. So I show you how it shine. Go to war for my king. Would you do this for Yahweh and your house shine? Go to war for our people like Mordecai. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Every day is a struggle just to stay alive. It's dark and hell is hot and I don't wanna feel the fire. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Come on. Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot?
Shalom Israel.
Shalom with ISUPK, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group on the planet. We're located here, 5261 Belmar Boulevard, Suite A.
That's in St. Louis,
Missouri, 613-108.
All right, we have classes
every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
All right, our Sabbath service
from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Call-in number for
classes is 712-832-8330 or 425-426-6260. And the pin for both 825-1636. All right, this and every
Saturday.
This and every Saturday. This and every Sunday. This and every Sunday. We have Sharp Radio with Captain DeGog. I mean, Cap. You know, he been taking on any comers on that show for well over a year now, right? Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. And still, everyone who's come up and challenged the Cat has left with their head hanging low, or furious because they just can't get their point to make sense, right? And so you think you know better. You think you know something that the priests and prophets of the Most High God don't about these scriptures. Go ahead and call in. The call-in number for the radio show is 712-832-8330, and the pin number for that is 910-1409. All right. Let's see here. Questions? Let's go ahead and hop straight into the lesson, right? And title of this lesson is Should we keep the laws of Moses, right? And I phrased it like that because that is the way our people in the world say it, right? The laws of Moses, the Mosaic law, right? They say it like that. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a distinction between what Moses said, what the prophet said, and what Christ said. Right? But there is no distinction. In fact, first thing we need to do is let's see here. First thing we need to do is understand whose law it is. Right. So we're gonna start off in Leviticus, the first chapter. All right. And we're gonna start with the first verse. All right, and it reads. And the Most High spake. It's like the book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 1. And the Most High called unto Moses and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying. Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man of you bring an offering unto the Most High, you shall bring your offering of the cattle, of the herd, and of the flock. Right, so we see in these first two verses, right? What Moses was doing was simply writing down what the Most High had already said, right? This is not the laws of Moses. These are not Moses' laws. The laws of Moses would imply that Moses himself created something. They're his laws, right? These are not the laws of Moses. These are the laws of the Most High God, right? All right, but let's see what Moses called, because now in contemporary times and even in the day of Christ, he started calling them the laws of Moses. But let's see what Moses said, right? 4 and 22. We went to the book. Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 22. All right. And it reads, when a ruler hath sinned and done somewhat through ignorance against any of the commandments of Yahweh his power concerning things which should not be done and is guilty. So this is basically talking about this is going into how you render a judgment against a ruler who has done it incorrectly, right? Because there is no respect of person when it comes to the law, right? Same law applies from the top to the bottom, right? But we see that when Moses is describing it, he calls it, quote, the commandments of Yahweh his power, right? So we see that Moses, the author of the first 5 books, or what is called the law, or the Torah. Moses himself called these the laws of the Most High God. Right. So let's see where Christians come up with this idea that they no longer have to follow the law. Right. And Christians, what they normally do is they'll start here. We're going to start in the book of Matthew, the 5th chapter, and the 17th verse. All right. And it's Matthew, the 5th chapter, and the 17th verse. All right. It reads. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. First thing the Christians do is right after they get finished reading that part, they close the book. That's where they stop. Right. And Christians and everybody. When I say Christians, I mean anybody outside anybody outside of the truth, right? When they read this, they say, "See, he fulfilled it. And when he fulfilled it, that means it ended, right?" But that's not what Christ says. Let's read this again very slowly. It says, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law." So don't even think that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. Right? He hasn't come to destroy or get rid of anything that is in the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Right. Well. Let's see what Christ actually came to fulfill. Because is it the entirety of the law and the prophets? Is he fulfilling everything that the law and the prophets said in general? Right? Or is it more specific? Run to the book of Luke, the 24th chapter, and the 44th verse. Right. Because we have to very clear about what we say the Bible is saying, because there is no private interpretation. That's why what you will hear in the ISUPK is you will hear the scripture being defined by the scripture. Right? We don't make up what the scripture means to us. We don't make up this passage is speaking to me in this way. That's not how this works. You define the scriptures by the scriptures, right? So if you want to understand what Christ said and what Christ meant, a very easy way is to look at something else Christ said and see if it matches up. See if he's explaining it further, right? So again, we're in the book of Luke, the 24th chapter, and the 44th verse. All right. And he said, And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you. Of course, this is after, right? He had went up on the cross. He went up and was crucified. He had was in the tomb. He arose again, right? So this is when this is taking place. And he said. Again, starting from the top. And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms, concerning me. Right. So what Christ came to fulfill is everything that was written about him. Everything that was written concerning him. Christ tells you what he fulfilled. Christ tells you what exactly he meant. What he meant in the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. But this is why when we come into this school, we have to understand that every scripture has a context. There is a direct audience. There are people who are supposed to have this book, right? Because even in the Psalms, it asks what the paraphrasing, of course, but it says, what does the heathen have to do with my word in his mouth, right? This is not for everybody. Right? This is for the children of the Most High God, and it's written in the way that we would understand. So when we start getting our understanding from other nations, we will always be lost. Right? We will always be off. We will always be in the conditions and the situations that we in because we don't understand what the Most High God wants from us. Right. And this is why we want to understand the context of these things. Context is key. This is why Christians should not close the book at 17. If we go back to Matthew, the 5th chapter, right? We can start at 17, but we can read and see what it says, right? All right, let's keep going. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. It reads, Think not I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot, one tittle, and no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Right? Now, it's saying that all must be fulfilled first. When you read in the law, and in the prophets, right, and in the Psalms, it speaks about the prophecies of the kingdom of heaven being set up on earth, right? Christ's kingdom ruling and reigning. And we're still under our oppressor. Our oppressor still rules this world. All has not been fulfilled. Right? Every prophecy, every word of the prophet will happen. It will come to pass. None of these things will fail. Right? So knowing that, then we know that all isn't fulfilled. Right? Let's keep reading. Verse 19. Whosoever, therefore, shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Right. Our leaders, our so-called leaders, the Christian pastor, the Muslim imam, Buddhist gurus. These people are all preparing preparing you to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. They're all leading you. They're all teaching you to break the laws of the Most High God, especially the Christian pastor. Right. Let's see here. All right. Let's keep reading. This is okay. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. All right. That is what Commander General Yohana is doing. He is teaching men how to be great in the kingdom of heaven. Right. That is what every priest and prophet who falls up under him is literally risking our lives out here for. To teach our people how to be great in the kingdom of heaven. Right. Let's keep going. All right, verse 20. For I say unto you, except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. Right. Again, I couldn't make up. What I think righteousness is. In fact, if you talk to a Christian, that's all they will do. Right? They will make up what they think righteousness is. Right? They will make up what they believe to be the truth. Right? But according to the Most High God, His laws and His words are the truth. Right? We can't, as the scripture says, lean to our own understanding. This is how the ghettos and the barrios and reservations exist, right? Because we've gone to what we believe is the best idea. We've gone to what other nations have said. We've gone to what our oppressor is telling us to do. We try to fight against what our oppressor tells us to do. The one thing we won't do is come back to our laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? We want to fit in. We want to fit in the society, so we go and join the military, or we rebel against society, and we go and join another oppressor's military, or we go and join the fight for another oppressor's cause. Right? Every time we go to our own understanding, every time we go to do what we think that we should be doing, it's always fighting against the Most High God. It always is something that is a detriment to us as a people. Right? Salakia. Slocky. Yeah. So easy to when looking for the definition of righteousness, right? Again, unlike the Christian pastor, what's done in the ISUPK is we go to the scriptures for every answer. All right, I was talking to my daughter today. One of my daughters, and she said she asked me a question. I went through and I explained the answer to her. And she's like, well, she asked me, why? I came with that decision. I said, oh, well, actually, all I did was repeat what the scripture says. Because unlike what the Christian church tells you, the scriptures are first off, they're beautiful. And second off, they teach you how to live and move through society and live in his life, right? And the righteousness of the Most High is following His law, statutes, and commandments. It's doing what He said to do, right? That's righteousness. That's righteousness. That's how you find righteousness in the sight of the Most High. But let's get it from the scripture. Right? Let's get what righteousness is, right? In the scripture. So we're gonna go to Deuteronomy. We're gonna start at the fourth chapter and the seventh verse. That's lucky. We're gonna actually let's see. Actually, we started the fifth verse. Right. So Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. For they shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Verse 7. For what nation is there so great who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them? And as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon Him for. Verse 8. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as this law which I set before you this day. Right. So what we see is what is righteous is the law and the statutes and the judgments that the Most High gave us. Right. Actually, let's go ahead and go back over this from the beginning. This is behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me. So stopping right there. We see that Moses again is telling you, listen. I'm teaching you these commandments, but these are not my commandments. These are the commandments of the Most High God. Right. Moses gets too much credit. Right. Moses was a great prophet. Moses was a man who stood for the Most High and followed his mission. Yeah, he messed up. He was a great man. But he did not create his own commandments. That's what the Most High does. That is the place of the Most High. The Most High creates the commandments. Right. Let's keep reading.
That ye should
do so in the land, whether ye go to possess it. Right.
So Moses is
telling them, listen, I gave you laws, statutes, and commandments from the Most High. When we go into this land, this is the law. This is the law that you keep in this land. Right. This is how Moses was.
Okay. So
this is a summation. Moses codifying the laws of the Most High God, which is let me go ahead and get that up real quick. Salakia, bear with me. And that's a little bit slow. All right. So again, as I was saying, this is Moses taking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, assembling them, codifying them into the laws of the land for the people of Israel, right? And the definition for the word codify, right? Arrange, usually laws or rules into a systemic code, right? Moses wasn't creating new laws. All Moses did was he took the laws of the Most High God, which had built the earth since Adam, and he put them in one place for a nation to rule themselves by. Right? Let's keep going. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. So this is why all these other nations look at us like we are trash. We are gum at the bottom of the shoe. Right. We are worth nothing. Why? Because we don't keep the laws of our God. We fight against our God. It's like He's our power. He cares for us, but we rebel against Him, and we rather join everyone else. And the people that keep us in this situation is the Christian church, right? And why is that? They teach us not to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. They teach us we don't have to follow God's laws. And then they try to break it up and say, "Oh, that's Moses' law. That's the Mosaic law." These are all the laws of the Most High God. Right. And this is the exact same thing. These scribes and Pharisees that did it in the day of Christ are the same as the Christian pastors that do it today. Right, the Christian pastors, just like the scribes and Pharisees, appear to be righteous, appear to be teaching us what the Most High God would have us do, and they just enforce their own commandments. They enforce the commandments of men, right? Like when Christ and his men were going to eat, and they didn't wash their hands first. And they tried to stop him because they were more interested in enforcing the laws of men, the laws that they had came up with, which would now be cultural norms, right? Than the laws of the Most High God, right? Your Christian pastor is more concerned about making the homosexual feel comfortable in his church because that's okay in society now, right? that the Christian pastor is going to tell you love doesn't know any color. Even though the Most High God tells you that you only supposed to be with your own people, right? They teach us exactly the same way, exactly the same thing that the scribes and Pharisees were teaching our people in that day, right? And that is to follow the laws of men, to follow the laws of your leaders, right? Because in that day, they didn't follow the laws of the Most High God. They followed the laws of the scribes and Pharisees. They followed laws, statutes, and commandments of those men who were ruling over them. Right? And today we do the same thing, but it's just the Christian pastors. They just changed their name. Let's keep reading. All right. And again, as I said, these laws are not the laws of Moses. These are the laws of the Most High God. All right. And there's something that the Christian church doesn't understand about what they're actually saying when they say that the laws are done away with, right? And that they don't have to keep the laws. So we're going to go to the book of 1 John, chapter 5, and verse 3. Again, that's the book of John. First John, chapter 5, verse 3, and it reads, For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans believe wholeheartedly that they love the Most High God. They believe that shouting and crying and screaming and praying is getting through to the Most High God. Why? Because they love the Most High God, right? In their mind. But what the Most High God sees is a bunch of respectful, unruly children who will not listen. Right. The Christian church has turned our people into whining and annoying brats. Right? We don't want to listen to our parents. We don't want to do whatever he says. And every time he tells us something, we want to throw a tantrum, but we got our hand out every 2 seconds. We always praying for a breakthrough. Right? We always praying for a miracle. Right? We always praying for that new job, that new car, the one that the Most High said. And we think we can get away with it because we've been in the Christian church so long that we think that that's how it works. Right? He's just on the main line, and I just tell him what I want him to do, when I want him to do it, and he does it the way I tell him to do it. That's not the way the Most High works. Right? The Christian church has us out of order as a people. Right? Let's see. All right. There is no place right in the Bible. There's no time in the scriptures where the law being done away with was ever a concept, right? So let's go to the book of Second Ezra 2 and 40. All right. Because that whole concept is it's completely foreign to anyone who knows anything about the Most High. Right. The Most High God is not just a man of war. He's a man of order. Right. And the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God are all order. They're all structured. They're all for our good.
Right, us
rebelling
against his laws
only led to
our death. Right. So let's go ahead and read what we got.
Right, the book of Second Ezra, the second chapter, and the 40th verse. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. Right.
So this is a prophecy about the end times, right? These people are clothed in white. These people who have fulfilled the law of the Lord, right? Let's see where we read about them. Right? We read about them again in Revelations, right? And it is Revelations, the 6th chapter, and 11th verse, and it reads as follows. And white robes were given to every one of them. Now, in this verse we see white robes were given to everyone. We just read in Second Ezra, it was given to those who fulfill the law of the Most High. So let's keep reading what Revelation says, right? Revelation 6 and 11, starting at the top again. And white robes were given to every one of them. And it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season until their fellow servants and brethren. It's like their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. Right. So we see these who have been clothed in white, right, in the kingdom, who are just waiting for their brothers and their brothers who have been, I'm gonna read it, say it as is, their brothers who are their fellow servants, right? These are also people who are fellow servants. They are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, right? So we see that these people, we see them in heaven. We see them in the kingdom. We see them making it. Because they have kept the laws of the Most High God. Right. There's never a time, whether it's Old Testament prophet like Ezra or in Revelations with John. Those who keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, those are the ones who get the kingdom of heaven. Right. Our Christian leaders have been teaching us wrong because that's what our people. Our people are Christians all day and all night. Right. I always found it shocking when I heard that story about how the cartels. You know how they rule and run Mexico, and there was an assassination, and they hit the wrong person. They killed the wrong person. Now, normally, when there's an assassination, and it's done by the cartel, nobody says anything. That goes right under the rug. Nobody hears anything about it. But in this case. The victim was I believe it was either cardinal or bishop of the Catholic Church. Those people that day got rid of every fear that they had and stood up against that cartel that day. Why? Because of that offended. Who they believe was their savior. Our people are willing to fight, die for our precious culture. Right. When our culture is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, we were never a people who were meant to be wild and reckless and creating our own ways to do things. That's not who we are as a people. We are people who need order, right? We need structure. the Most High created us to be a people who followed His law, statutes, and commandments. Therefore, whenever we are out of order, whenever we do not have the structure that the Most High has set up for us, it's a bad day. It's a bad day. It's like that is the source of black on black crime. That is the source of brown on brown crime. That is the reason our daughters are abducted. One of our daughters is abducted every 7 seconds of every day. It's a reason half a million of our people die in an abortion clinic right now. Every year, a half a million of our people die on that table. Why? Because the Christian church has told you that the law is done away with. And what they've given you in replace is your own law. You make up what you think is right. Because they haven't informed you. They haven't instructed you. They haven't showed you that the voice of the Most High God, when the Most High God speaks through these scriptures, He does not speak to you in your head, and He does not give you those wild fever dreams. Okay, that's not the Most High speaking to you. I'm sorry. I know it may hurt, but the truth of the matter is, outside of the school, you are not a prophet. Right? You are not a priest of the Most High God. All of that stuff is in your head. You might need to lay out for Taco Bell before you go to sleep. The grease might mess with you. That's where you get this from. It's not coming from the Most High God. Right? It's just coming from your own mind. You're making this up. Right? Because you haven't done the thing that the Most High God told you. In fact, let's go to that. Let's go to the bare minimum requirements that the Most High God has for any of His servants. Right? Let me get to it real quick. All right, because this is basic. This is basic. Right? This is simple. A requirement isn't. When you have a requirement, right? That is also called. This is what you are required to do. You do more. But this amount is at least what you're required to do, right? We're going to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, and we're starting at verse 12. Because this right here is base level. Right, and it reads. Again, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him. To serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Verse 13. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. So this is what the Most High requires of his chosen people. Is that we follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? And he created for our good. We have to walk. It's not just walking in his ways. It's not just following them. It's like David said. We have to delight ourselves in his laws. Paraphrasing, of course. Right. We have to rejoice in that law. We see the Most High's laws as a burden. Right? We see the Most having to follow the Most High's laws as a negative thing. It is. There couldn't be anything more beautiful. Right? The creator of everything in the universe gave you instructions. He told you how to live life and how to navigate his entire creation. That knowledge that was not given to anyone but the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the children of Israel. This is our right. This is our inheritance. And we keep wanting to give it to someone else. We keep wanting to, for lack of a better term, spit in the Most High's face, because he gave us the most precious thing we could ever think of: life, and rulership. And we tell him every day by going to these Christian churches, by continuing to go against his law, statutes, and commandments. We tell him every day we'd rather have death, and servitude. Right. But that is the purpose of your Christian church. Your Christian church was set up in your community to make sure that death reign and rule throughout the entirety of your neighborhood. All right. Let's go here. Oh yeah. All right. Now this is another scripture that Christians like to run to try to make it seem like we don't have to follow the laws of the Most High God. Right. We go into the book of Galatians, chapter 3. And verse 23. All right, we starting at verse 23. Galatians 3, starting at verse 23. But before faith came, we were kept under the law, shut up unto the faith which should afterwards be revealed. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ, that we might be justified by faith. Verse 25. But after that faith has come, we are no longer under the schoolmaster. Right. All right. Let's start at the top. Right. At verse 23. It says, "Before faith came, we were kept under the law." Now, what does that mean? Right. Does that mean that there was a time before faith? No, that's not what they're saying. There wasn't a time before faith. Right. Adam had faith. Enoch had faith. Noah had faith. Abraham had faith. Right. Our forefathers, even Christ's forefathers. I mean, David's forefathers. Our people have had faith. But what does it mean before faith came? Right. Now, remember this is a letter from Paul. Right, to the Galatians. Right. And Paul learned directly from Christ himself. Right. So he would have known what Christ taught. Because Christ directly taught him. Right. So when he says before faith came, he knew something about faith. Let's read what Christ said before I say what I want to say. So we can see it come straight from Christ, right? We go to the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 23. Right, and it says, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithe of anise and cumin,
omitted the weightier matters of the law: judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. All right. So what's Christ saying right here? Christ is saying that faith is a part of the law, right? But he's also saying that part of the law had been omitted. They had not considered that part of the law. So they were being ruled by. Again, he's talking about the scribes and Pharisees. These are the ones who sat in Moses' seat. These were the rulers, right? So when it's talking about in Galatians, when it's talking about before faith came, that we were kept under the law. The Levites and the scribes and Pharisees and the rules we had over us. They didn't use judgment when it came to a matter. They didn't use mercy when it came to a matter. They didn't show faith through the law. Right? They didn't have faith in the law. Our people, even to this day, our people always looking for loopholes, ways around stuff, ways to get out of stuff. Right? I'm gonna set up a little extra on the side so that way I can go ahead and sin a little bit more, and then I can just pay it with that. We always looking for a way. We always looking for a loophole. And what we trusted in was being found righteous because of our sacrifices, because of what we gave up, because of those things that we put aside, so that when we sinned, we had a payment for. Right? We trusted in our wealth instead of the thing. So that's what it's talking about before faith. Right? Let's keep going. Back at. Right. Again, so I started at the top of before faith came, under the law. Shut up. Unto the faith which afterwards revealed. So again, this was how we were being ruled, how the Levitical priesthood was handling things. And then when Christ came, like with the woman caught in the act of adultery, right? When the Levites brought her to him, they followed what Christ said. They followed what they didn't stone her. Christ didn't even tell them not to stone her. Christ gave them stipulations and rules, and they did exactly what Christ said and followed what he said. Right, because Christ is king, and even they had to recognize and understand that. Right, and they had to understand that what they were doing was not following the law. Right, those Levites who once were supposed to carry out the law, when they brought her to Christ, first off they were testing Christ. Second off they knew that they were dead wrong for what they were doing. That was unlawful. Right. All right, let's get to 24. Wherefore, the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ, that we might be justified by faith. All right, so first we gonna do two definitions, right? All right. So First, what we're going to define, right, is schoolmaster. Right. This is according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Right. Schoolmaster. A noun. A man who teaches school. That's one. Two. One that disciplines or directs. Right. So at the time, the Levites were the men who taught us the laws, who taught us the statutes, who taught us the commandments. Those were the men who taught the schools. Were the Levites. And the one that disciplines, they enforce the law. That is the Levites. So when it is saying here a schoolmaster, it is understood because we know that Paul wrote to those who knew the law. So it is understood that the schoolmaster that it is referring to are the Levites. Right. That is the role that they fulfill. Right. Now let's go a little bit further to prove it. Right? We're gonna go to the book of Romans. I love this one because Christians don't. They'll read this and they'll read right past the most important part, and we not understand it. I see we close to the time, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up. So we went to the book of Romans, the second chapter, and we're gonna go to the 14th verse. Start at the 14th verse. All right. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves. That can be confusing. Right. It's saying law, but it doesn't make sense unless you understand context. Right. Let's see. Right. It doesn't make sense unless you understand context. Right. So we're gonna read this. Understanding that the Levites, who were the enforcers of the law, and even today, you know, you call the law enforcement officers, you call them the law. Right. The cop. It's very common. Even to this day to call the cops the law. Why? Because that's what they do. They enforce. They're supposed to enforce the laws, right? So when it says, for when Gentiles which have not the law, so they don't have that law that was ruling over them. They didn't have that schoolmaster. They didn't have those enforcers of the law, the Levitical priests. Again, this is talking. This book is the book of Romans, and of course, Paul was talking to those who lived outside of the land of Israel, who lived outside of the reach and control of the Levitical priests. Right. So they didn't have the law. Right. Let's keep reading. Do by nature the things contained in the law. So our people, even we moved when we were out of the land of Israel. That doesn't mean that we lost every bit of our culture. At this time, that didn't mean that we didn't know who we were. Right. It's just at that time we did not live in our land. Some of our people, like how it says in the Second Maccabees. Some of our people drove up our culture. Some of our people were just forced to live under another rule. And even here, right, in this country here, right, we were forced to give up our culture and our language and our heritage here. But some of our people held on. Some of our people kept our knowledge. Right. Just because we didn't live in the land doesn't mean we didn't know the laws of the Most High God. Right. So. They didn't have anyone coming and checking on them to make sure they wasn't eating shrimp, crab, lobster, pork. They didn't have anybody to do that. But they didn't break the laws of the Most High God. Why? Because they were a law. Let's keep reading. These not having the law are
unto themselves. Did not have those people who are the law enforcement. The law are a law. They are an enforcer. They enforce the laws of the Most High God within themselves. Why? Because verse 15. Let's keep reading. Which show the work of the law in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts. The meanwhile accusing, and their thoughts. The meanwhile accusing or else excusing one another. Right. The laws were already in the laws were part of their character. It's natural for us as a people. You know what I'm saying? To do the laws of the Most High God. It is uncomfortable when we don't do the laws of the Most High God. It takes us a while, and then we start to get more comfortable breaking God's laws. But it is a very unnatural thing for us to fight against our God. Right. And so our people who don't fight against the Most High God, follow His laws, statutes, and commandments that are given to the children of Israel. They become a law to themselves. Nowadays, if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments right now, there is no schoolmaster. There is no law coming to enforce that you don't eat shrimp, crab, or lobster. That you don't sleep with people outside of your nation. Right? There's nobody coming to enforce that. But because you don't, you become a law unto yourself, right? And let's just. Since we at the time, let's go ahead and read this last verse because this is the most important. This is one of the most important things, right? Because we all want to get to that kingdom, and that's the whole point. That's why we follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why we go through this world at the way we are looked at, because we understand that the Most High God requires something of us, right? And this is why we do it, right? We go to the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they keep the commandments of God, the faith of Jesus. Right. So even in Revelations, right? End of the when everything is all said and done, the commandments of the Most High God must be kept. That's that. Period. That's it. That's all. Your Christian pastor has lied to you. The Most High God requires the children of Israel, every black, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child is required of the Most High God to follow each and every one of His laws, statutes, and commandments. And the only place that is actually teaching so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans how to do that is the ISUPK under Commander Jimmy Hanna. And since we at the time with that, Shalom Israel.